What's good with your fam? Welcome to Big Faces Worldwide. It's your guy Big Will, and I'm back with this boxing talk. Hey, I want to talk about last night's pay-per-view card. The main event, Manny Pacquiao and Adrian Broner, as we all know. But the question that I pose to you, all of my subscribers, and all of y'all tuning in, is what did we learn? And first, let me start off with Rashid Warren. He went up against the guy Obali. I do not know how to pronounce his first name, nor something with an N, but I'm gonna keep it funky and just call him Obali. First of all, I thought it was a very good matchup. It was a very good fight. You know what I'm saying? From what I hear, these guys met up in the Olympics where Obali won a razor-thin decision. Now, I got to say that Rashid Warren, he fought good last night. You know what I'm saying? He showed signs of flashiness. He showed good defense. He showed good offense. You know what I'm saying? But what Rashid Warren lacks, just like his partner who he grew up with, Adrian Broner, lacks, is he doesn't have it within here, man. You know what I'm saying? He had all that talent, all them skills, man, but he don't have it inside to go after it, man. To go say that I want this motherfucking fight. You understand me? To say that I want it and it's mine and you cannot deny it. You cannot take it from me. It's mine. You understand what I'm saying? You got some fighters who throw everything on the line, man, who are willing to put everything on the line. You know what I'm saying? When they go out there and fight. You understand what I'm saying? It was like a couple months ago when we watched that Tyson Fury Deontay Wilder fight. Tyson Fury got up from after that vicious knockdown that Deontay Wilder, you know what I'm saying, put on his ass. He jumped up and says, I want it. You're going to have to kill me. I want it. You're going to have to take this from me. You can't take it from me. You know what I'm saying? You got to have it in here, man. You got to have it in here. You have all the skills in the world, which Rashid Warren clearly has all the skills in the world, man. But he don't have it inside to finish it. You heard Barry Hunter in between rounds. He was telling them, I can't do nothing else, man. I done did all I can do. It's all up to you now. You got to go out there and put it together for a full 3 minutes. And Rashid Warren couldn't do it, man. There was times in that fight where Obali took his foot off the gas and he gave Warren opportunities, man. He gave him opportunities to take advantage of him, man. There was a lot of inactivity. And Rashid Warren didn't take advantage of him, man. He did a lot of posturing. He did a lot of movement. You know what I mean? His movement was great. His defense was on point at times. But there was times in during each round where I thought he could have been more aggressive, where I thought that he could have went for the kill, man, and he didn't do it. He wasn't able to do it. He didn't have it within to go and take it. You understand what I'm saying? Obali wanted it more. You know, it was evident, and he went and took it. And as the rounds went on more and more, you could see Obali's confidence started to grow, his confidence started to make him believe that Rashid Warren's punches couldn't hurt him, which probably they couldn't. You know what I mean? The guy only got four knockouts out of 19 fights. You know what I mean? So that tells you right there that he's not really packing a punch, man. And Obali, you know, during the end round, stepped it up, man, and put his foot on the gas and was able to close out the show. And I believe that he deserved that unanimous decision. I admire Barry Hunter, man, the way that he told, and that's how a trainer's supposed to do. You know what I mean? He's supposed to tell us, be real with his fighter, man. You know what I'm saying? You want to build his confidence up, but you also want to be real with him, man. And he told him, you need all these rounds. You know what I'm saying? He told him towards the end of that fight, I believe around the 9th, 10th round, he told him, you need all these rounds, man. You need to do something big. You know what I'm saying? He told him, I done did all I can do. You know, I did all I can do. I done trained you. I done told you what to do. I know you in shape. He kept telling him, you in shape. You ain't tired. What the fuck? What the fuck is you doing? You know what I mean? You ain't going after it. Rasheed Warren didn't have an answer. That's what we learned. Rasheed Warren did not have it within to go and get it in that fight, man. And he lost. You know what I'm saying? And that's his third loss on his record. You know, he only got 19 fights, man. But he has had so many opportunities, man, with which a lot of fighters don't get. He's been blessed with these opportunities, man. And he has not taken advantage of them, man. He's just like his homie that he grew up with, Adrian Broner, man. Is when it's time to step up in competition, they don't know how to win. They don't know how to get over the mountain that they're climbing, man. And I just think this kid O'Bali, he did what he was supposed to do. It was a very good fight. It was a close fight. But I think that had Rasheed Warren, there was times when he looked like he wanted it, man. There was times when he went at O'Bali and he was willing to exchange. You know what I'm saying? He was in there throwing punches at the same time. O'Bali was throwing punches, but there wasn't enough of that. You know what I'm saying? You can't just have spurts of it. If you really want it, you got to go get it. You know what I'm saying? You got to go get it. Like his trainer was telling him, go and do it the whole 3 rounds. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't do it, man. He didn't do it, and therefore O'Bali got the unanimous decision, which he deserved to do. You know what I'm saying? Rasheed Warren, with all the talent in the world, he could not pull it off, man. And he said he'd go back to the drawing board. You know what I'm saying? And I think his career will, you know, be like his homies, Adrian Broner is. You know what I'm saying? We know he got talent. We know he got skills. But when it comes to fighting somebody elite, somebody who's going, you know what I'm saying, get in there and go after it, he's not willing to match him mano a mano, man for man. He's not willing to let his nuts hang and go in there and fight for that green belt. Barry Hunter told him something very interesting in between one of them rounds, man. He said, you're gonna feel real bad about yourself, you know what I'm saying, after this fight if you let this slip away, man. And I bet today, right now, Rasheed Warren is feeling real bad about himself. You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't take advantage of the opportunities that O'Bali was giving him. You know what I'm saying? Hats off to O'Bali. Like I said, he fought a very good fight. He fought a very good fight, man. But there were spots where, you know what I'm saying, both fighters were inactive. You know what I'm saying? They were kind of posturing and looking at each other and, you know what I'm saying, doing little movements, but wasn't no punches being thrown. And I believe Rasheed Warren could have took advantage of that. Let his hands go, man. You know what I mean? Show the judges that you want to fight, that you want to win this green belt that you've been talking about so desperately, that you wanted so desperately. You know what I'm saying? He didn't do it. He couldn't pull the trigger, couldn't get it done. Hats off to O'Bali, you know what I'm saying, the new WBC bantamweight champion. Now on to Sir Marcus Brown. You know what I'm saying? He came out with a beautiful game plan. I still think he's a loudmouth, ignorant young motherfucker, man. I said it in my pre-fight video that me, myself, I was going against Sir Marcus Brown. I wanted Badu Jack to teach this young as disrespectful, loudmouth talking as Marcus Brown a lesson. There was no denying it, man. I was rooting against the boy. You know what I'm saying? But the kid came out, and what I learned was that he can fight. I already knew he could fight. You know what I'm saying? I already knew he could fight. Like I said, I seen him up close and personal. I was at the Centaur Center when he fought the boy Thomas Williams. Thomas Williams was able to hurt him in that fight. He had him on stanky leg. He was wobbly. You know what I'm saying? But credit to Marcus Brown. He was able to overcome that adversity and come back. And I believe he broke Thomas Williams' jaw in that fight, man. He was able to stop him in his 6th round. You know what I'm saying? But one thing I knew he could be hurt. And my thoughts going up against a guy like Badu Jack is, being that I knew Marcus Brown could be hurt, my thoughts was Badu Jack will go in there and catch him with something and hurt him and get him out of there. You know what I'm saying? But Marcus Brown and his team, they had a beautiful Beautiful game plan, man. His lateral movement was superb. His punch selection was on point. You know what I'm saying? And the biggest thing that he did, you know what I'm saying, was he even got a point deducted for him, was when Badu Jack got in close. Marcus Brown tied him up immediately. Now we all know Badu Jack liked to work on the inside. He liked to get in there and bang that body away. He liked to come in there and get you in the corner and rough you up, you know what I'm saying? But Marcus Brown ain't giving him the opportunity to do that, man, because he tied him up every time Badu Jack came in here and got close, man. So he wasn't able to get off, man. You know what I'm saying? And credit to him, man. That young, ignorant motherfucker, man, you know what I'm saying? He stuck to his game plan, man. I really was rooting for Badu Jack, man, because I believe that, you know what I'm saying? I believe that as a youngster coming up, you know what I'm saying? You gotta respect the older generation who did it before you, man. You understand what I'm saying? Not saying you got to be the boy's friend. Not saying they had to be friendly at all. You know what I'm saying? But the way that Badu Jack carries himself, he's on GMB time. He's on grown man business time at all times. He walks around with a certain humility, man, that I respect. You know what I'm saying? And at no time was he disrespectful to Marcus Brown. But yet Marcus Brown, you know what I'm saying, took it upon himself to attack Badu Jack's character, attack his resume, man, to just, you know what I mean, just show no humility at all, man. And I didn't dig that about the young boy, man. You know what I'm saying? I think these young punk-ass young boys today, man, they don't got no respect for older people who did it before them, man. They think that everything that's coming to them is owed to them. They think that they deserve it. They feel like they don't have to work for nothing. And I thought that Marcus Brown has not earned the right to talk like the way that he was talking. You know what I'm saying? And it was time for him to put up or shut up, in my opinion. And credit to him, he was able to put up. You know what I'm saying? He shut me the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? He shut me up, man. You know what I'm saying? I do think had the cut not happened in that 7th round, I do think it would have been a different fight. Not saying that Badu Jack would have won, but I think it would have been a different fight. You know what I'm saying? Credit to Badu Jack, man, because that was all heart. After that 7th round, after that cut happened, that was all heart and instinct that Badu Jack was fighting on, because he couldn't see shit. There's no way he could see shit. There was so much blood in that ring, man. So much blood all over Badu Jack, all over Marcus Brown, all over Manny Pacquiao, Adrian Broner, Tony Weeks. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't even in the fight, but that's how much blood there was in that ring, man. And you know what I'm saying, like a motherfucker getting shot. You know what I'm saying? As he starts losing more blood, he starts to get weaker and weaker. You know what I'm saying? And I believe that Badu Jack was getting weaker and weaker as the fight went on, man. I'm kind of pissed off at his trainer, Lou Duvall, man, because in between rounds, man, he kept telling them that the cut ain't nothing. Don't worry about it. It ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? He kept telling them it wasn't nothing, but the shit was open. Look at this. This shit was split open like a motherfucker, man. The shit was open like I just want to know how many staples it took to close it, man, because that gash was deep as hell. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pissed off at Lou Duvall, man. After about, you know, around the 10th round, when you seen that your guy was getting the shit beat out of him, you seen that he could not see what he was doing, you seen that there was no way he was going to win this fight. You kept giving him false confidence, kept telling him, do this, do that, you're doing good, when the guy couldn't even see. And you know Badu Jack's the type of person, he's going to go out on his shield, man, because that's all he know how to do. But Lou Duvall let him go out there, man, and let Marcus Brown continue to punch on that cut that he had. Let it get bigger and bigger. Let it open up more and more. There was one point, I believe it was 11th round, when Marcus Brown caught him with a shot directly on that cut. And it just, blood just started busting, just started oozing out of it, man. Badu Jack kind of stopped and grimaced. Even Marcus Brown stopped what he was doing and looked at him himself, man. Everybody just, like, it's like the whole arena just stopped and looked. You know what I'm saying? At this blood gushing out on this motherfucker's head. But credit to Badu Jack. He snapped right out of it and tried to go right back to work, man. But, man, they should have stopped that fight. You know what I'm saying? They should have stopped that fight around that 10th round when they seen that there was nothing Badu Jack was able to do. They knew he couldn't see. They knew that he was not going to be able to catch this guy with nothing. Badu Jack's not a type of he ain't the type of guy that's going to get you out of there with one shot anyway. Badu Jack's the type of dude who's going to break you down, man. Who's going to get in the inside and break you down, wear you down. You know what I'm saying? But Marcus Brown didn't give him a chance to do that because every time he got in close, that's how the headbutt came. That's how the headbutt got there because Badu Jack comes in with his head. He comes in with his head because he wants to get in close and do his work. That's where he's best at, man. Marcus Brown tied his ass up every time he got in there, and he wasn't able to do nothing. He even got a point deducted for it. You know what I'm saying? He had a beautiful game plan, and it was a point in time in between rounds when Marcus Brown trainer, you know what I'm saying, he was trying to tell Marcus Brown to, pretty much going for the kill. Marcus Brown, knowing that he's comfortably ahead, He like, nah, I'm gonna play it safe. I'm not gonna do nothing reckless. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't. And he knew just where he was in his fight, and he did exactly what he was supposed to do, man. And I take no credit away from him. You know what I'm saying? I still think he's an ignorant ass, disrespectful, loudmouth, young punk motherfucker. But I can't take nothing away from him, man. He fought a brilliant fight. The kid got skills, man. And I want to see him against the rest of these guys at 175. You know what I'm saying? Like Alvarez, like Kovalev, like Bivol, Beterbiev. You know what I'm saying? I want to see him mix it up with these guys, man. Even the Cuban dude, Sullivan Barrera. You know what I'm saying? That'll be a good test for him, man. I want to see this guy mix it up with these top guys because he got it. You know what I'm saying? The kid got skills. He surprised me. He put up, you know what I'm saying? He put up, you know what I'm saying? He put it on the line. You know what I'm saying? I knew he had skills, man, but I didn't. What I was questioning was his heart. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know if he could really go in there and fight an elite fighter. You know what I'm saying? Like Badu Jack. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know if Badu Jack's elite, man. I call Badu Jack. He's a tough fighter. You know what I'm saying? He's up there. He's a really good, solid fighter who's going to keep pressure on you, who's going to make you fight him. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted to see how Marcus Brown would be able to react with a guy like Badu Jack, bring in that type of intensity, that type of pressure that we know Badu Jack can bring, man. And Marcus Brown did a beautiful job at handling it. You know what I'm saying? And I gotta respect it, even though I don't like his mouth, because he don't got no humility, man. You know what I'm saying? He's a young, ignorant ass dude, don't got no humility. But I gotta respect his boxing game, and he did a good job, man. Now the question is, do Badu Jack need to retire? You know what I'm saying? He's 35 years old. He's a two-time world champion. Is he going to get another title shot? You know what I'm saying? Is he going to get another shot at it? You know what I'm saying? At 35 years old, is he going to put himself in position to get another title shot? I don't know. That's a question he got to ask himself. You know, and his team needs to get together and figure that out, man. But Lou Duval did a terrible job. Terrible job. You know, telling Badu Jack that he's doing a good job, telling him, giving him that false sense of confidence when he's getting bloodied and battered. You know, it's 10 rounds in, man. He pretty much lost every single round. You know what I'm saying? You might give him 1 or 2 there, but he lost the majority of the fight. Blood is everywhere, man. I'm sure people in the crowd got blood on him. That's how much blood there was, man. There was no reason for that fight to continue. There was no reason for Badu Jack to take that punishment that he took, man. But his trainer kept pushing him, kept egging him on, man. You know, Badu Jack's he don't got a one-hitter quitter. You know what I'm saying? What you thought he was going to hit him with something and, you know what I mean, get him out of there with one punch, man? Like, what was the point of leaving him in there, man? You know what I mean? What was the point of letting him take all that punishment? It just was stupid to me. For real, it was stupid, man. And I ain't like that, man. Badu Jack's a very good dude, very humble dude. I think he's a great ambassador for the sport. He carries himself well, man. You know what I'm saying? More men need to be like him. He's a real grown man. You know what I'm saying? He on his GMB grown man business, man. And he didn't need to take that punishment. You know what I'm saying? Hats off to Marcus Brown. Let's see what he's able to do with these other guys, other top guys at 175, man. I think, you know what I'm saying, he's a very good talent. I think he showed that last night. He showed that he can get it done. You know what I'm saying? But even after he won, you know what I'm saying, he still showed no humility. You know what I'm saying? He still was talking real arrogant. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what's up with him, man. But to the main event, the legend, 8th division champion Manny Pacquiao. You know, let me say this. I've been watching Manny Pacquiao since he came over here, since he made his TV debut on HBO over here. I've been watching him. You know what I'm saying? I've been watching this boxing thing for decades. You understand me? I've been watching this boxing thing for decades, you know? Heavy, you know? And I watched Manny Pacquiao develop. I watched Manny Pacquiao destroy people where many thought he had no chance, man. I watch him at his best. You know what I'm saying? I watch him get knocked out. I watch him lose. I watched him get robberies. I watched all of it, man. And what I seen last night was old Manny Pacquiao. He looked at old. You know, he looked at past his prime. You know, he looked at sloppy at times. He was missing punches. And he always was aggressively, you know what I mean, sloppy where, you know what I'm saying, he was sloppy at times, but he was able to get away with it because he was so quick, you know what I'm saying, and his skills were that much better than his opponents. But he don't have that speed like he used to. And even a declining 40-year-old Manny Pacquiao, who clearly had a bad performance compared to the rest of his performance, Adrian Broner couldn't do nothing with him. Adrian Broner, 29 years old, you know what I'm saying? This is the time when you're supposed to be at the prime of your career. You know what I'm saying? From the beginning, from the first bell, I was like, wow. You know what I'm saying? First, let me say this. I did a pre-fight video, and the fight played out exactly how I thought it would play out. Manny Pacquiao with the unanimous decision. All right? But from the beginning round, I could see that Adrian Broner was bigger than Manny Pacquiao. I could see that he was faster than Manny Pacquiao. And I could see that he was sharper than Manny Pacquiao. And I said to myself, damn, this might be a more competitive fight than I originally thought. That's what I said the first round. You know what I'm saying? But of course, Adrian Broner, the real Adrian Broner came out. You know, he showed up like he always does. He was scared of the Manny Pacquiao legend. You know what I'm saying? He was scared of the great Manny Pacquiao. And he wasn't letting his hands go like he should have, man. There were so many opportunities that Adrian Broner could have took control of that fight. You understand what I'm saying? You know, I got the app on my phone where, I can score the fights. And I honestly gave Adrian Broner 4 of those rounds. You know what I'm saying? They were close rounds. But I thought that, you know, Adrian Broner did enough to win 4 rounds out of 12. But overall, if you look at the overall fight, we learned that Adrian Broner is exactly who we thought he was. He's a fighter with so much talent. You know what I'm saying? He got gifts, he got speed, he got, you know what I'm saying, but he don't let his hands go. You know what I'm saying? He don't believe in himself enough to go out there and go get it. He's not willing to lay it all on the line to win the fight. And that's clear. That's been clear in his last couple fights. You know what I'm saying? And Kevin Cunningham, I don't give a damn what y'all got to say about Kevin Cunningham. He did a terrible job in the corners in between rounds last night. Terrible job, man. You know what I'm saying? He was giving Adrian Broner false hope, false credit. He's in there telling him he won rounds when he know he didn't. You know what I'm saying? You need to be on Adrian Broner's ass. He should have been on his ass telling him to step it up. Telling him, no, you didn't win that round. Adrian Broner come back to the corner. I won that round, right? I won that round. He said, yeah, you might have won a round. Knowing goddamn well he didn't, man. Knowing goddamn well he didn't. You know what I'm saying? And that's the reason why he's in the position he's in. Because Mike Stafford, he didn't go for that shit. Mike Stafford told this boy, Adrian Broner, in a Mikey Garcia fight, that you're not letting your hands go. You're losing this fight. You need to do more. You know, Adrian Broner didn't want to hear it. He don't want to hear the truth. You know what I'm saying? So he got mad at Mike Stafford and went down there and started training with Kevin Cunningham. And Kevin Cunningham knows that. That's why he was scared to tell Adrian Broner the truth. He was scared to tell him he was losing this fight, that he was behind in this fight, that he needed to do more. He didn't tell him that, giving him this false sense of security. In between rounds is over, Adrian Broner beating on his chest, going back to his stool. What the fuck is that? You know goddamn well you ain't win that round. You know what I'm saying? You know goddamn well you didn't win that round. And Kevin Cunningham sitting in there, you know what I'm saying, giving him false confidence. You're doing good. Your movement's good. Keep moving like that. He's moving around like he won the fight. You know, it's like Oscar De La Hoya when he was fighting Trinidad. He was cruising in the end round, in the last couple rounds, like Floyd Mayweather. When he knows he won the fight, he cruises at the end of the round. Adrian Broner was cruising like he knew he won the fight, knowing goddamn well there's no way he could have thought he won that fight, unless he's as stupid as a lot of people think he is. You know what I'm saying? We know he got mental issues. We see him on social media. We see him with the suicide posts. We see him 1 minute he's high on a roller coaster. Next minute he's like a light switch. He's down in the dumps. You know what I'm saying? So this guy might need some medicine or something for bipolarness. And for him to run over there and jump up on a turnbuckle and put his arms in the air and, you know what I'm saying, like he won, was just pitiful. You know what I'm saying? It's embarrassing. You know, goddamn well, your motherfucking ass ain't win that fight, man. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no way in the world. And you got some of these channels out there that's actually saying Adrian Broner got robbed. You know what I mean? You missed a hell of a fight, homie. You missed a hell of a fight. I don't know which fight you was watching, but clearly you wasn't watching Manny Pacquiao versus Adrian Broner. Clearly. I don't know if you was drinking or if they been drinking that night or smoking or whatever the fuck they was doing, but they wasn't watching the fight that I was watching. You understand what I'm saying? Although I gave Adrian Broner 4 rounds, you know what I'm saying, and some of them might have been a little gift, but I feel that, you know, Adrian Broner landed the more cleaner shots. But, you know, they were close rounds. Even the 4 I gave him were very close rounds. There's no round where I could say Adrian Broner clearly won that round. There was no rounds, you know what I'm saying? But an old Manny Pacquiao beat Adrian Broner. Had this been Manny Pacquiao a couple years ago, he'd have beat the shit out of Broner. And Broner might have quit. He would have stopped him. I'm sure he would. If he wouldn't have stopped him, Adrian Broner would have quit. Because Manny Pacquiao is relentless when in his younger days. He's relentless. You know what I'm saying? So he's lucky that he didn't take that $2 million when Bob Arum was trying to get him to fight Manny Pacquiao them years ago. He better be lucky he didn't take that $2 million, because he wouldn't have made it this far. Manny Pacquiao would have beat the shit out of Adrian Broner. You know what I'm saying? He would have beat the shit out of him. I mean, he whooped his ass last night, but back then he would have destroyed him. You know what I mean? Now, the question is, where do they go from here? You know, where does Adrian Broner go from here? And he discussed me in his post-fight interview like he always discussed me, you know, with his ignorant, foul-mouth ass. You understand what I'm saying? You got to recognize where you're at. You got to recognize your audience. And this guy clearly has no etiquette. No proper etiquette of nothing. Even with him, you know, being in the settings that he's been in, you know, Adrian Broner been making money for years, man. And you would think by now, being around some of the people that he's been around, he would have some type of proper etiquette and know how to conduct himself. But no, he still got to be the ignorant ass, foul mouth ass little nigga that I don't even say that word a lot, man, because you know what I'm saying, coming from where I come from, you know what I'm saying, it's just a respect thing. You know what I'm saying? It's just a respect thing. It's a grown man thing that, you know what I'm saying, we don't call each other we don't call each other that word anymore. When I was younger, you know what I'm saying, I used to use that word, you know what I mean, amongst friends. Oh, nigga, get out of here. Nigga this, nigga that. But as I got older, you know what I'm saying, I come to realize that that's a very disrespectful term. You know what I'm saying? I don't use it with my friends, you know what I'm saying? And I don't allow people to use it with me. You know what I'm saying? You could, you know what I'm saying? You could, what you do on your own time is your own time, man. But, you know what I'm saying? Don't call me it. I'm not going to call you it. You know what I'm saying? And I ask that you please not use it around me. You know what I'm saying? Because it's offensive, man. It's a word that was created to be offensive. There's a lot of dudes who use it. That's your prerogative. That's your business. But me, personally, I don't use it. I find it offensive, man. And I think that, you know, people like Broner who use the word in the environment that he used it in just shows how ignorant and classless he really is. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? That's his prerogative. You know, he said he was doing it for the hood. I want to know, is the hood satisfied with him, man? Is the hood satisfied with him? You know what I'm saying? I know growing up, you know what I'm saying, some of us, we all got past. You know what I'm saying? We all got past. You know what I'm saying? I was in the hood, man. I was in the hood doing dirt just like a lot of young black males in America. You know what I'm saying? But I had a goal, and the goal was to get me and mine up out of the hood. I had a lot of fun in the hood, a lot of great memories in the hood, but the ultimate goal was to get me and mines up out of the hood, because the hood was not where you want to be. It's not where you want to raise your family. You know what I'm saying? Per se. I mean, to those of you who are, you know what I'm saying, who love that type of thing, that's on you. That's cool. But I'm on GMB over here. Grown man business. Big faces worldwide. We GMB all day, every day. Grown man business, man. And I wonder if the hood is happy with Adrian Broner's performance. He was representing the hood. You understand what I'm saying? Or is the hood happy with your performance? I'm not. I'm disappointed. I'm embarrassed. And I think Adrian Broner, by the time he retires, he will have about 8, 9, 10 losses. You know what I'm saying? And every time that he stepped up and fought an elite fighter, he's caught the L. You know what I'm saying? He was gifted, a lot of people say, with Jesse Vargas. You know, but I think the draw was Wharton in that fight. Jesse Vargas slowed down in the second half of that fight. Adrian Broner picked it up. But this fight here, Manny Pacquiao did what he was supposed to do. A 40-year-old Pacquiao beat down a 29-year-old, supposedly in his prime, Adrian Broner, who was the bigger man. It was obvious. It was obvious he was fresher. It was obvious he was sharper. But it was obvious that he did not have it in here to win that fight. You know, he did not have it within to win that fight. So we learned 3 things last night. The first thing we learned is Rashid Warren, just like Broner, he's an excellent talent. You know what I'm saying? He does not have it within here to get over the mountain. You can climb the mountain. You know what I'm saying? You can even stand on top of the mountain. But he cannot climb over that motherfucker. You know, sometimes you got to get over the mountain to be an elite fighter. And Rashid Warren, in my opinion, is never going to be elite. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have it within to take it to the next level, to claim what's rightfully yours. You know what I'm saying? He just didn't have it last night, and I don't think he'll ever have it. Like Broner, every time he stepped up to elite competition, he's falling short. Now, what do we learn about Marcus Brown? Badu Jack. What I learned is Marcus Brown, he can't fight. You know what I'm saying? He can't fight. You know, all that's just running his mouth. He was able to back it up. You know what I'm saying? He has skills. He boxed a brilliant fight. He had a brilliant game plan, and he stuck to it. And hats off to him. You know what I'm saying? I want to see more of him against the top fighters at 175. So, Badu Jack, at 35 years old, is it time to hang up your gloves? You know what I'm saying? Do you really think you're going to get another title shot? Do you really think you're going to get another opportunity on a world-class stage, man? Although I do believe had that cut not been, had that headbutt not been created that big gas, I do believe it would have been a totally different fight. But I'm not making excuses for Badu Jack, taking nothing away from Marcus Brown. But I do believe that Marcus Brown was just a little too fast for him, a little too explosive for him, a little too young for him. You know what I'm saying? But I do think without the cut, it would have been a different fight. Not saying he would have won, but it would have been a different fight. But Badu Jack showed that his nuts is as big as watermelons, man. He let them things hang, and he kept on coming. He kept on coming, and he kept on coming. You know, shouts out to him for you know what I mean, hanging in there, because he could have quit. He could have pulled a Kell Brook and held his eye and took a knee and said, "Yo, I can't see. Enough's enough. I'm done." But no, he kept on coming. He wanted to fight, and he finished the fight on this shield. Now the criticism falls on his corner. His corner did not have his best interests at heart. If his corner really loved him, Lou Duval, if he really loved it and cared about him, man, you'd have stopped that fight in the 10th round. There was no way Badu Jack was coming back to win that fight. No way in the world he was going to land no one-hitter quitter and knock Marcus Brown out. You should have stopped the fight. Instead, you let him take so much more punishment, open that cut more and more. It's going to take a couple more staples than it would have took to close it up, because you let him take more punishment than he needed, giving him that false sense of security, man. Lou Duval's some shit. You know what I'm saying? He's some shit. And I don't respect him, man. I don't respect him. You know what I'm saying? Kevin Cunningham. I know a lot of you guys, you like Kevin Cunningham, you know what I'm saying? And I know the total blame don't fall on Cunningham. I'm not putting it all on Kevin Cunningham. But I'm putting half of it on Kevin Cunningham, because you got to be real with your fighter, man. You got to have enough nuts and enough courage to go against them and say, hell no, you ain't win that round. Adrian Broner come back to the corner. Did I win that round, right? I won that round, right? Kevin Cunningham, yeah, you won that round. No, and goddamn well, ain't no way in the world he won that goddamn round. But Kevin Cunningham agreeing with him, man. No, you didn't win that round, motherfucker. No. Go out there and let your hand go. Do what I'm telling you to do. No, you didn't win that round. That's why his ass is there. Mike Stafford is out there with the spit bucket, because Mike Stafford always was on his ass, kept it real with him. You're losing this fight. Throw more punches. Mike Stafford asked him on national TV, what is you scared of, Mikey? Are you scared of this motherfucker? That's what he asked him. Broner didn't like that. You know what I'm saying? Broner didn't like that. That's why he did not use him in the fight against Jesse Vargas. He brought Kevin Cunningham in because he was mad that Mike Stafford kept it real. I respect the shit out of Mike Stafford, man. I had a real long conversation with Mike Stafford, man. We was down in the Cincinnati, man. We was in the hotel lounge. This before I started my channel, man. But we kicked it for about an hour. You know what I'm saying? Me, him, and a couple other brothers, man. And Mike Stafford's a real good dude, man. I like him, man. He keeps his side. He's a solid guy. You know what I'm saying? On GMB, grown man business, man. And, you know, I respect him. Kevin Cunningham, I didn't like that shit he was doing last night. You know, and if you agree with what he was doing last night, then, hey, man, you know, me and you ain't on the same page. And, you know what I'm saying? And maybe it's, you know, maybe you need to click off this video. Me and you shouldn't rock, because clearly we have two different agendas, two different ways of thinking of how we look at things. If you thought what Kevin Cunningham was right, giving Broner that false sense of security instead of telling them what was really going on, then something's wrong with you. Now, Manny Pacquiao, I think he needs to go ahead and retire. He has nothing more to accomplish. He has accomplished everything every fighter wants to accomplish, and then some. You could put a couple fighters' career together up against Manny Pacquiao's, and it don't add up. Manny Pacquiao's had a tremendous career, man. I just think he's definitely showed his age last night, and against a top welterweight, man, he's gonna get hurt. He gonna be like Bernard Hopkins, find his ass flying through the ropes some goddamn where and hurt bad. You know what I'm saying? Definitely better not go after Earl Spence. You better not have to go after that Earl Spence Mikey Garcia winner. You know what I'm saying? Because he gonna get destroyed. Even Mikey Garcia will put a hurting on Manny Pacquiao, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Don't do it, Manny. Don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Hang them gloves up, man. Or, be a gatekeeper like Broner. I mean, he still could be some welterweights out there. He could still be some welterweights, but the elite welterweights right now, the Sean Porters, Keith Thurmans, Earl Spence, Danny Garcia, you know what I'm saying, Terrence Crawford. Nah, dog. Nah. You better leave them dudes alone. Mikey Garcia, stay away from him. Stay far away from him as you can, dog. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been a Manny Pacquiao fan since he stepped on the scene. I admired how he did things people never thought he would do, never thought he could do. The way he destroyed Oscar De La Hoya, destroyed Antonio Margarita, destroyed Miguel Cotto. You know what I'm saying? The way he beat the brakes off of so many fighters, man. I watched this. And now I'm watching an old Pacquiao who was old last night, who was, out of position a lot of times. Adrian Broner just didn't have it within to capitalize on it, but at an elite level, welterweight, they'll take it to Manny's ass, man. They'll take it to his ass. But credit to him, I'm taking nothing away from him. Like I said, he did what he was supposed to do. Even with a bad performance, as far as I'm concerned, Manny Pacquiao won that fight convincingly. Hats off to him. Congratulations to Boo Boy, Freddie Roach, Manny Pacquiao, Team Pacquiao, and of all of his team for doing a hell of a job. Adrian Broner, he is what we thought he was, a gatekeeper. He's never going to be that guy that people thought he was going to be before he fought Maidana. He was on a lot of people's pound-for-pound list. How he got there, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I seen that he had potential. I thought that maybe he could be the next Floyd Mayweather Jr. But he showed, you know what I'm saying, with his antics in and out of the ring, that's never going to happen. And he is exactly who we thought he was. A loudmouth guy who gets in the ring and doesn't back it up. You know what I'm saying? Badu Jack, might be time for him to hang it up. So Marcus Brown, I want to see him mix it up with these other light heavyweights. Rashid Warren, he did a good job, but he's never going to be an elite fighter. He could be some bantamweights out there. He could still get some. He still got some money out there. It ain't time for him to hang it up yet. You know what I'm saying? Obali did a good job. He got a bright career ahead of him. I want to see him fight some of these top elite bantamweights and see what he got going for him, man. But for those of y'all just tuning in to the channel, don't leave out of here without subscribing. You've been watching this long. Evidently, you enjoy what you're hearing. Subscribe to the channel. And for those subscribers who I have offended with my language, I don't apologize for it, but I ask you to excuse me, because sometimes I got to be blunt. Sometimes I just gotta talk how I'm talking, to one-on-one to my homies, man. Sometimes I just gotta give it to you raw and give it to you how I feel and not be politically correct, man. So excuse me if I offended you guys, but hey, this is me, and I gotta keep it a buck on certain things, man. I try not to use severe bad language on this channel, man, because as GMB, I'm on my GMB, and I try not to be an ignorant ass dude, you know what I'm saying. But sometimes, man, I gotta get my point across a little bit more, and I gotta speak a little bit more frankly to some of those who who don't quite get the message. But I thank you guys for tuning in. My name is Big Will. You have been watching big faces worldwide. You understand what I'm saying? Big faces worldwide, man. We're going to be doing big things in 2019. You understand what I'm saying? And I appreciate you all for rocking out with me. To all my subscribers, man, especially those who comment. I chop it up with y'all every day. I appreciate your comments. Keep them coming. When I say keep them coming, I appreciate it. I really mean that. I appreciate it, man, because I love talking boxing, man. You know what I mean? I got homies who I could talk boxing with, but they're not as passionate about the sport as I am. You know what I'm saying? So there's only a certain level of conversation that we can have about boxing. You know what I mean? So YouTube allows me to have conversations about boxing with people who are just as passionate and love boxing as much as I do. And that's why I created the channel. That's why I'm on here creating videos. You understand what I'm saying? But that's all I got for now. Until next time, I'll holler back. Peace.